Step into the vibrant streets of ancient Athens in 450 BCE, during its golden age, when the statesman Pericles led the city to its pinnacle of achievement. Feel the warm sun on your skin as you navigate carts rumbling over stone paths, hear philosophers debating profound ideas under shaded trees, and smell fresh olive oil from nearby markets. This was a hub of intellectual pursuit, military valor, and ordinary citizens establishing the foundations of democracy, where free men participated directly in governance. We are using advanced AI technology to reconstruct this era from archaeological remains, ancient texts, and artifacts, reviving the world in vivid detail. Beneath the splendor lay intriguing scandals that echo modern controversies, political intrigue leading to the exile of rivals, allegations of misappropriating Allied funds for grand projects, intense battles that scarred heroes, and personal romances involving influential figures who challenged societal norms. Rather than gladiators, one finds athletes preparing for competitions, sculptors crafting enduring masterpieces, and neighbors sharing modest meals of bread and cheese, while exchanging whispers about rumors that could undermine prominent leaders. Athens was more than a collection of grand structures and deities. It was a dynamic center of aspiration and discourse, where the affluent held elaborate gatherings and the working class labored in workshops, all under the protection of revered gods such as the wise Athena. Have you ever pondered what it was like to live, deliberate, and innovate in this transformative city, with elements like concealed financial improprieties and illicit affections? We will explore the magnificence and the hardships, the compelling narratives and ingenious advancements that ensure Athens' enduring legacy. You are not merely observing history, you are embarking on a time-traveling tour, akin to a curious traveler boarding a bus to explore a new city today. Morning light illuminates the surrounding hills of a polis, home to approximately 250,000 inhabitants, merchants haggling over fine pottery in bustling squares, families drawing water from public fountains. In an era without telephones or automobiles, Athens possessed the same vitality found in contemporary urban centers like Mumbai or Mexico City. Innovative concepts emerging amid challenges, theatrical performances diverting attention from concerns, and an atmosphere of limitless potential. If you appreciate historical narratives, discovering fascinating locales, or understanding how ancient practices influence the present, join us, because comprehending Athens transcends dusty volumes. It involves recognizing how their systems of governance, dramatic arts, and architectural ingenuity continue to underpin our societies, much as modern democracies enable citizen participation in elections. We begin with a panoramic view from above Athens in the mid-5th century BCE, during Pericles' leadership. Below, the Cephissus River meanders through fertile plains lined with olive groves, producing the city's renowned oil, exported across the Mediterranean. Triremes, swift warships, enter the harbour at Piraeus, their oars moving in unison. These vessels, financed by contributions from the Delian League allies, maintained Athens' dominance, transporting silver from local mines to mint currency for sustenance and cultural endeavours. However, those allied funds were intended for collective defence against former adversaries like the Persians, yet Pericles redirected substantial portions to enhance Athens exclusively, igniting accusations of imperial overreach that fueled resentment among partners and foreshadowed later uprisings. Vessels laden with grain from distant regions, timber from northern lands, and exotic ivory arrive at crowded docks, where labourers unload cargo under overseers' watchful eyes. Each shipment sustains the city's nourishment and expansion, comparable to how modern shipping hubs supply global markets today. Slaves and free individuals intermingle in the throngs, some recounting tales of triumphs over the Persians, where Athenian hoplites, armoured infantry, engaged in grueling phalanx clashes, securing victories at sites like Marathon years prior, though at the cost of lingering wounds and animosities. From this vantage, Athens appears compact and animated, blending sacred precincts with everyday activity. Modest dwellings of mud, brick and tile cluster along winding streets, adjacent to gleaming marble public edifices. Smoke rises from domestic hearths and pottery kilns, mingling with aromas of herbs and roasted meats from roadside altars. The city's sounds are incessant, orators rehearsing speeches in varied dialects, masons hammering stone for emerging temples, and water flowing from a prominent fountain, supplied by ingenious conduits from the hills. Athens continually evolves, incorporating novel ideas from associates, much as contemporary cities expand through innovation centres and cultural venues. Yet within this activity, opportunists operate in the shadows, engaging in petty thefts in marketplaces or more audacious plots, such as when opponents charged civic officials with diverting consecrated resources, introducing elements of peril and suspicion to routine existence. Dominating the landscape is the Acropolis, an elevated rocky plateau resembling a divine stronghold surveying the surroundings. Reconstructed following its destruction by invaders in 480 BC, amid the Persian Wars, it exemplifies Athens' resilience, with the Parthenon as its centerpiece, a sanctuary dedicated to Athena, completed around 438 BC, under the sculptor Phidias. Its Doric columns support pediments adorned with narratives of legendary conflicts, and within, an immense chryselephantine statue of the goddess gleams, her shield embodying the city's martial heritage. From afar, it represents ideal harmony. Nearby, it teems with priests performing rites and artisans refining elements. Phidias, a close associate of Pericles, faced controversy when adversaries alleged he embezzled portions of the gold overlay. Verification through detachable adornments for weighing exonerated him of that charge, but he was convicted of irreverence for incorporating self-representations and an image of Pericles in combat on the shield, akin to a subtle artistic insertion that violated sacred protocols. This was not merely an edifice, it served as a unifying symbol, fostering communal admiration, similar to how landmarks like the Taj Mahal or Big Ben evoke national unity today, yet enriched by the intrigue of legal confrontations that revealed elite machinations. Beneath the plateau, ingenious features conceal themselves: reservoirs collecting rainwater, concealed passages for defense during assaults, echoes of those intense Persian engagements where Athenians concealed themselves and counterattacked, and storerooms safeguarding offerings and oil. Ascending via the monumental gateway, one senses the weight of antiquity, with panoramic sea views or wafts of incense providing unexpected delights. Access was open to all free Athenians, supported by the city's wealth from mining and alliances. These sacred sites were inclusive, bridging social divides despite disparities in wealth, much like public parks or complementary museums today that allow shared cultural experiences and respite. Nevertheless, matters of affection and impropriety intersected here. Pericles enacted a decree in 451 BCE, restricting citizenship to those with dual Athenian parentage. Yet he later circumvented it for his offspring with his foreign companion Aspasia, illustrating how private sentiments conflicted with rigid regulations. Adjacent lies the Agora, the bustling nexus for commerce and civic affairs. This expansive plaza, bordered by the Temple of Hephaestus and colonnaded stoas, hosted public proclamations of laws and communal gatherings. Covered porticos venerated deities of equity, shrines for martial divinities with sacrifices, and central altars denoting the city's spiritual core. Fragrant smoke from offerings permeates the atmosphere, at times masking the strain from fervent discussions beneath. Elongated galleries with frescoed walls flank the perimeter. Beneath them, vendors offer baskets, jewelry, and assorted goods. Intellectuals like Anaxagoras discuss cosmology and existence, positing the sun as a fiery mass rather than a deity, which prompted charges of sacrilege in a prominent hearing, compelling Pericles to advocate for his mentor and exposing limitations in the city's openness to radical notions. Tribunals resolve disputes via ballot urns, such as a trader's litigation over pilfered merchandise, transforming the Agora into a venue for authentic drama. Individuals in simple tunics traverse the space, some accompanied by attendants bearing items. Each deliberation in the council chamber, each decision rendered, holds significance. This was not solely a marketplace. It symbolized Athens as a realm of self-governance, through reason over coercion, akin to municipal assemblies or digital forums today, where ideas are exchanged freely. However, deceit prevailed as well. Merchants might manipulate scales, or officials solicit bribes, maintaining a state of vigilance among the populace. Ascending a neighbouring hill brings us to the Pnyx, an open-air assembly ground terraced into the slope with seating tiers, accommodating up to 6,000 male citizens to deliberate on warfare, finances and diplomacy. Orators mount the platform, their addresses carried by the wind as they persuade through logic and eloquence. Pericles himself might address the crowd here, advocating for naval expansion or artistic patronage. The atmosphere is charged. Votes by raised hands determine outcomes. Potential despots are ostracized via names inscribed on pottery fragments, banishing them for a decade, as when Pericles facilitated the removal of his adversary Cimon, circa 461 BCE, on suspicions of covert Spartan affiliations, a calculated maneuver that solidified his authority. This mechanism ensured accountability among leaders, comparable to participatory referendums or online surveys in contemporary societies, that empower the public, yet infused with the excitement of expelling overly influential figures, averting autocracy while inciting personal rivalries. Envision the suspense during tallies, with households disrupted by banishment, true civic spectacle. Descending, we reach the Theatre of Dionysus, embedded in the hillside, a semicircular auditorium with stone benches seating 17,000 for festivals. Larger than many modern venues, it hosted tragedies and comedies that illuminated human experiences. Masked performers enacted works by Aeschylus or Sophocles, choruses performing odes on fate, arrogance and morality. Audiences responded with laughter at satires lampooning officials or sorrow at tragic demises. These events were competitive spectacles, sponsored by affluent patrons, with judges selected by lottery, though rumours of corruption or bias circulated. On occasion, a dramatist alleged plagiarism by a peer, and spectator disapproval could influence judgments, potentially resulting in censures if outcomes displeased the assembly. They served not only as entertainment, but as communal rituals, funded to educate and coalesce society, similar to film festivals or theatrical productions today that reflect societal issues and provoke dialogue, yet heightened by genuine competitions that could devastate reputations. Underpinning this was infrastructure that revolutionized urban existence, such as the long walls connecting Athens to its harbour several miles distant, formidable fortifications securing supply routes amid sieges, erected following arduous victories against intruders. They facilitated not only commodities but also individuals, scholars arriving on foot, traders with pack animals, and occasionally infiltrators, alluding to the impending conflicts with Sparta that commenced in 431 BCE, converting confederates into foes. We proceed to the Keramikos, the ceramics district and the Acropolis, a lively periphery merging craftsmanship with mortality. Workshops fire vases illustrated with symposia or athletic contests, distributed afar, some portraying clandestine lovers or combatants in heroic struggles. Tombs border the avenues with poignant stelae and reliefs of partings, such as memorials for warriors fallen in Persian campaigns, their accounts of valour and treachery preserved eternally. Activity thrives here alongside reflections on finality, artisans moulding clay, kin placing tributes. This locale combines Athens's artistic essence with candid contemplations of demise, akin to artisan quarters in modern cities where handcrafted items sustain heritage, yet layered with folklore of spectres from wrongful conflicts lingering on nocturnal trails as residents murmured. Within the Agora's vibrant heart, the Emporium flourishes like an ancient marketplace. Stalls abound with regional figs, honey, wool, and imported spices or ores. Transactions occur through barter or silver drachmae, amid vigorous negotiations in diverse languages. This represents quotidian Athens, energetic and essential to Mediterranean trade networks, much like international bazaars today, fostering global connections. Pilferage was commonplace. Thieves preyed on inattentive buyers, and larger frauds involving counterfeit currency provoked altercations or swift adjudications. Prominently situated on the Acropolis is the Erechtheion, an elegant temple honouring Athena and Poseidon, featuring its renowned caryatid porch, female figures serving as supports with poise. Its ionic design contrasts the Parthenon's austerity, protecting relics like Athena's bestowed olive tree. Sculptures recount foundational myths, enhancing civic esteem in marble, similar to contemporary monuments commemorating triumphs, yet interwoven with legends of divine contests, where Poseidon produced a saline spring, yielding to Athena's arboreal gift in a godly rivalry that almost divided the populace. Venturing into the Lyceum's verdant groves, a sanctuary for education, where instructors impart oratory. Foliage rustles as philosophers like Protagoras assert that man is the measure of all things, pupils recording on wax tablets. Intellectual engagement here is collective, igniting inquiries that formed Western thought, comparable to academic courtyards today nurturing discourse. Yet discord arose. Sophists demanded steep fees, facing reproaches for imparting techniques to prevail in arguments unjustly, akin to manipulating debates to influence verdicts in courts or assemblies. As the day's heat subsides into gentle twilight, the city tempers its pace. Elite citizens retire to androns for symposia, convivial wine sessions where they recline, discuss philosophy, and occasionally venture into indiscreet realms, with melodies, amusements, and interactions that tested boundaries. Establishments shutter, proprietors tallying earnings by lamplight. Taverns resonate with conversations and diversions, like wine-flinging games, where wagers might escalate to disputes, or unexpected liaisons ignited amid revelry. In upscale residences on the hillsides, repasts evolve into intellectual displays. Guests recline on cushioned benches amid muralled walls, servants presenting courses of grilled fish, cheeses, and honeyed confections. Imported delicacies like distant nuts denote status and connections, while erudite exchanges forge alliances, akin to contemporary business dinners facilitating agreements. Incorporate the amorous element. Pericles convened such assemblies with Aspasia, his astute companion from Miletus, who presided over scholarly circles, yet detractors disseminated slanders that she influenced women adversely or managed establishments for his gratification, outlandish claims culminating in a proceeding where Pericles displayed rare sentiment to defend her, merging romance with political contention. Commoners assemble in public areas or humble abodes, partaking of barley porridges and olives. Narratives are shared by firesides, epic exploits, or municipal updates such as accounts of fractured pacts in the recent accord with Persia, circa 449 BCE, where diplomats negotiated amid perils of resumed hostilities. While state-distributed provisions avert famines, preserving stability in a stratified community, comparable to welfare initiatives today that maintain equilibrium, underlying frictions persist, from enslaved individuals' murmurs of insurgency or women's discontent with exclusion. Beyond the principal portal, thoroughfares like the Sacred Way extend outward, paved for journeys to sanctuaries or prophetic sites like Delphi, where seers foretold developments such as impending conflicts. They convey troops to engagements, couriers with missives, and pilgrims pursuing insight, linking allied polis, yet also conveying reports of disloyalties, such as insurrections from disgruntled confederates resenting Athens' appropriated dominion. As night envelops the city, Athens persists in subtle activity. Sentinels patrol ramparts with armaments, furnaces illuminate nocturnal labours, temples silhouette against the stars, suggesting celestial guardianship. Athens regarded itself as supreme, enlightened eternally, though undercurrents of scandal and discord loomed. Inevitably, circumstances alter, alliances dissolve, hostilities with Sparta ignite, statesmen depart, and flaws like servitude or marginalization signal decline. Nonetheless, Athens endures. Its democratic principles inspire constitutions, its language fosters scientific terminology, its aesthetics establish standards of beauty, and its urban planning informs metropolises from Tokyo to Cairo. Immersed in this reconstructed polis, it appears distant yet resonant, audacious in intellect, disparate in equity, pioneering in resolutions, replete with authentic accounts of deceptions, conflicts, affections, and revelations. Athens proclaimed its perpetuity, and in essence, it achieved it. Its resonances echo in our institutions, literature, and reasoning. Antiquity bequeaths fragments, eroded stones, inscribed ostraca, vestiges of oratory. Through technology, excavations, and imagination, we traverse these avenues anew, sensing the earth beneath our steps and perceiving innumerable dialogues. If you enjoyed this tour, please subscribe and view the next video for another historic reconstruction tour.
Hey there, thanks for watching. My goal with these videos and this channel is to use AI in a way that educates and inspires viewers. If you like that mission, please support our work by subscribing and watching more episodes. Thanks.